Let's do unusual activity, Dr. J. What do you have for us today?
Well, you know this one. Jim Cramer loves this one, Scott. AbbVie, ABBV. And it's one of those that is seeing an increase in volume rather than flat or down volume. So that's one of the reasons it caught our eye. Another was just the very large buying at a single strike. I show 27,000 of the February 140 calls trading. The stock was just a little over 136. So these options, just a little bit out of the money, Scott. I bought at the money, and I'll sell upside as it rallies, which I think it will. To see a big bet like that put on just ahead of year end tells me they're looking for something perhaps at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference or at one of the early conferences, Scott, that kick off 2022. So again, AbbVie, ABBV, the 140s out in February. So you have a lot of time, 2 months to be right.
Let me just make a point here, too, since you brought him up.
Sure.
I think it was yesterday or the day before, as part of the CNBC Investment Club, where Jim Cramer said this stock has had such a great run that he was taking a little bit of profit in that name because it was trading at a big high. And maybe now is the time to take some chips off the table. It's interesting that because of the activity that you see, which is bullish, that you're willing to play some options on the long side.
Yeah, well, and again, I always say this, Jim's a smart guy, and he's doing just what I would do if I already owned shares in AbbVie. Selling some of those shares, Scott, that puts cash into my account, and I can put that cash to work, maybe 1/10 of it, into a simulated upside call position that basically lets me participate, even though I take the stock off the table and take that bigger risk off the table, being in the call spread instead. I bet some smart people are following Jim's lead and doing just that. I have a second one real quick, Global Payments, GPN. This one also a lot more volume than usual. They bought about 8,500 of the, again, February 150 calls. In this case, though, the stock still being around that 136 level, same as AbbVie, but they're buying $10 higher out of the money, not the 140s, the 150s. So that's a much more bullish outlook that they have for a pop between now and February for global payments. I think that could be one of the hot sectors. We both like, I think, Jim and I, the financial sector. This one's one of the fintech plays in that sector, GPN. So I'm in this one as well, Scott, owning at the money, and I hope to sell upside calls against it.